Good morning everyone, how are we all? Welcome back to my channel and I feel like this is going to be quite a busy vlog. There's a lot going on. It feels like it's been a while since I picked up the camera, but for you guys, you would have had the normal amount of videos, but I've been scaling them back slightly just so I can kind of get on top of the house. But now that we're back and everything's kind of like clean and where it should be, we're back on a roll again. So thank you for bearing with me. I feel like I have like a mental list. I should have wrote things down. There's definitely going to be stuff I'm going to forget to say. First things first, thank you all so much for 50,000 subscribers. That is honestly mind blowing. It happened this week, so when I'm filming this, it's Saturday the 6th of April. I know numbers aren't a big thing, and I would much rather have a really beautiful, small little pocket of the internet, and I appreciate you all so much. You write beautiful comments and you tune in from all over the world. A lot of people don't know, but subscribing is free on YouTube, and there are so many benefits to subscribing. So you can comment on my videos. I get notifications when a subscriber has commented. It's more interactive. You get notified when I upload a video so you don't miss them. It's completely free, and you can kind of form like a watch list. So you can pop all of your subscription videos that pop into your little inbox, into a little watch list. You can just pop them on the TV, or if you've got a tablet, if you're having a bit of a chill in the bath. It's just what I like to do. So if you haven't already subscribed, you literally just click the subscribe button down below, and that's it. It's dead easy. But thank you very much, because there's 50,000 of us now, which is just mind-blowing. That's half of Wembley Stadium here in the UK. Madness. Without you guys watching, I wouldn't be doing this, so massive appreciation. Second thing, another massive thank you. We just hit £3,500 on my Just Given page. Honestly, I'm saying thank you on behalf of the charity that I'm running for. So I'm running for PSPA, which are a really small charity, but the work they do for people who are diagnosed with PSP is incredible, and £3,500 is going to make such a huge difference. I've genuinely had donations from Australia, Canada, America, Europe, England. The response, there's over 300 donators on my page, which is just madness. And just thank you. Even if you can't donate, because I know money is incredibly tight at the moment, if you can share the page around with any of your friends and family, I'll link it down below. It's just a massive help. So thank you. I set a target of £2,000 and we're nearly double that, which is just incredible. It makes me emotional even thinking about it. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee and try and calm down. Those are the two most important things. Big thank yous, huge thank yous. We've been doing some house planning. Let me grab some things. We're talking paint and we're talking bathrooms, which, madness. So I went to our local Fire and Ball, and as you know, we've been, with our flat we had previously, a lot of people commented that we painted it quite often, and to be fair, we were there 4.5 years. I think we painted the living room 3 times, so that is quite excessive. But we liked it, and we wanted to just refresh the spaces, and it was in COVID when there wasn't really much else to do. We were spending a lot of time at home. With this house that we're in, because we moved in and it was just all white, it really gave us a good idea in a sense of where the light hits. If we need to use colour, do we use colour cleverly? And we really want to just take our time. When we moved into our previous flat, we literally put colour on the wall immediately, and we just don't want to do that here. So now that the living room and library bookcases are all built in, we're just waiting on the electrician, which will be happening next week. We can then start putting colour on the walls, which is really exciting, but we've been taking our time. So, you know me, I'm really indecisive, and there was a little moment where Zara and I thought, why don't we try a completely rogue choice? If you've been following this channel for a while, and we're talking back in 2017, let me know if you've been around since then, we used to have a blue living room in a flat that we rented in Brixton. We used a B&Q Good Home paint, and it was called Vents, but it was like a really nice, dark, inky blue. We loved it. Circa 5 years later, we might be dabbling in an inky blue again. I know, It's a bit rogue, but hear me out. So the idea was, when I shared we were going to do this full living room in a really beautiful red, there was mixed opinions. Actually, let me take this mirror down because we did the samples behind the mirror. We were swaying towards eating room red or preference red. So these were the two reds that we really, really liked. This was brinjal, too purpley. So these are Farrow & Ball colours. This is Schoolhouse White, which is just absolutely not right for this space. And this colour, I think it was, I can't even remember what this one was, but it just wasn't nice. So we were kind of swaying towards using those two colours, and we've done paint samples there and paint samples behind just to see what it'd be like on different walls and different lights. We listened to the feedback online, and people said because this is a north facing room, it might look quite dark. So, oh, actually, I have things to show you down here. Oh, so much exciting things. I have handles and lights to show you, but that'll come in a bit. So there's this thing online that's called the unexpected red theory. It's basically an interior trend. Now, I don't really like following trends in anything, in fashion, in food, in interiors, because I like timeless things. You probably tell from our style, we really like traditional things, traditional paintings, traditional elements that we feel are timeless, because I think if you follow trends, you get sick of them. So naturally, we wanted to go for colours that were very complementary of a Victorian property, so inky blues and dark rich reds. And we thought, okay, well, maybe if we could use this red theory, which is basically where you pop an injection of red into a room, but you don't fully colour drench the red. So we thought, why don't we do red cabinetry? So we do the bookcases in red, we would do the skirting boards in red, and we do the architrave around this archway in red. We thought, okay, that might look really, really nice. Then we were doing a bit of searching on Pinterest and saw this beautiful living room, very similar to ours, with the use of Farrow & Ball Hague Blue. Now, Hague Blue is a colour that had a massive surgence in like 2015, 2016. A lot of people use it in their kitchens. It's a bit too blue for our preference. However, I went into the store yesterday because we wanted to try and find a nice off-white, something that's slightly warmer. So what we're now thinking, obviously do bear in mind that that door is going to go and the radiator is going to move position. We're going to do a nice, creamy, off-white on the walls, something to kind of complement the natural tones of the sofa. We've just got that blanket down for Maggie. And then what we're thinking is doing the architraves, skirting, and the bookcases on this side and this side in that really lovely dark railings. Then we thought we really like the idea of using red in a space, and I think sometimes you've just got to be brave with interior choices, and if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. So we spoke to the colour consultant in Farrow & Ball, and she said if your room is naturally dark, you just have to embrace the dark sometimes. And obviously you've got light coming from the kitchen, light coming from the living room as well, so it's not going to be a completely dark room, but I think we can slightly lean into the darker colour. We might get it wrong, we might live to regret it, but it's something you've just got to try out, and if you love it, then you're going to be glad you did it. So obviously bear in mind that this door will be changing for a glass door as well, so that will allow light through too. And this is Maggie's favourite way in and out of the hallway. She doesn't really like going through this pit. It's quite strange. Anyway, off she goes. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to be essentially fully colour drenching in here instead. And obviously these are complementary colours, so we're leaning more towards preference red. But again, that might be to be confirmed. And then let me show you these. So these are our new handles. So we ordered these from a website called Decor and Decor. They are a lovely brushed antique brass with a nice texture on the handle. So these worked out at £13 for 4, which I think is pretty good value. Now, these are obviously going to change. So these are just the MDF doors that are fully primed. But what we're going to do is add some strip wood to form a frame around the outside, and then add some thinner wood. I think I'm actually going to grab that today. Some thinner wood to add like a panelled effect to it. And we're still undecided about whether we're going to do handles higher up top, which I think might look nicer, or down below. Unsure, but obviously we've got two of these. So that's the handles. I'll leave the website link down below, but that's it. It's Decor and Decor. As you can see, we spent a lot of time going through swatches. So we've got fabric swatch, we've got the curtain swatch, and then we've just been playing around with a lot of colour options. And then these are the new brass wall lights. So these are going to go all the way up the top, mounted on the top of the bookcase. So we've ordered 4 of these. They came really, really quickly, actually. We're very impressed. So they are going to be required to be wired in. and we've ordered the light bulbs to come with them as well, so they should be arriving fairly soon. They're from a company called Value Light, and they are the twin picture wall light in antique brass. They also had like a goldy finish and a chrome finish as well, so do consider them. They had different backing plates as well. I drew it on the wall. We're using this as our sketch pad until we paint. Essentially the depth of this needed to fit the back plate on it, so you can kind of see up top, that's where the brass picture light is going to go through, and then the electric cables are going to get channeled up and through the top. It's been a busy week of arrivals, and I think we're just so excited to get the electrician in, because I think that's going to definitely tidy up the space as well. Cable will not be exposed along with this one as well, so this is for the lights behind the TV, so we have that really nice orangey glow behind the TV. And because this is a sky glass as well, it doesn't have any other cables, just the main power one. So once obviously that's fully channeled in, it will just be like a floating TV. Sorry, I feel like it was a very rambly intro. So what I'm going to do is crack open those paint samples and try some on the bookcases. So this is railings. Now I've painted it on a piece of cardboard just to get an idea of kind of like a larger space. I feel like when you do, some of these paint companies do sticker swatches, which are handy because you can move them around, but I feel like you don't truly get an idea until you see it. So that is railings. Now I really, really like that. I think it makes the brass pop. I think that looks really, really nice. It has blue inky undertones. It almost looks black on camera. In person it's more blue. I really enjoy that. Now this is coming up very grey on camera, but in person this is just, no, really, really not a fan of this at all. So this was Joe's white. I mean, I don't know how that can be described as white. I'd say that's more of a cream, but it does work. So I didn't know this, but let me show you this. So this is the Fire and Bowl colour chart, and on the back are all of the codes of the paints with complementary colours. So we went for railings here, which is number 31. More blue than black. This colour is a soft alternative to black, especially when used on ironwork, hence the name. And then it's CW number 2011. Is more bluey than white, which is kind of not what we're wanting, but we've just gone for Joe's white, which in reality is just not right at all. So maybe pointing could be nice. It's got like a yellowy undertone. Or Wimborne white. Actually, Wimborne white's quite nice. I think we've cracked it, guys. I think we're going to go for railings on the woodwork. So that's one decision made. Now, I've just painted 2 samples of the preference red out here. They are drying because I popped a bit too much on, but we can grab them just to have a look at it. So this has definitely more of like a burgundy red undertone, but we were thinking this could be really nice in here in its entirety, and actually seeing it in person. Maybe even pop it behind the piano with the gold. I think that's beautiful. That's a really, really nice, rich, luxurious colour. And obviously even with the light contrasting through, it's a really, really strong colour. And obviously pairing it with railings and not this. But obviously it would be in its entirety in this room. There we are, so you can get kind of an idea of what it would look like. I think that's really, really strong. I think we're going to sway towards the preference red in here. So you can kind of see it makes the tan leather pop, but it doesn't blend in. So we want that contrast. And obviously the warmth. We will probably be keeping the skirting boards white, I think, just for a classic touch, but I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll fully paint them, who knows. But I think this colour is a tick also. I'm saying that because I don't think I've got it in me to look at colour charts anymore. It's a very exciting process, but there's a lot to consider, and I think it's just the fear of getting it wrong, but sometimes you've got to get things wrong to get them right. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with scrubbing the outside of our house. So you can see these need a good scrub just to get them. I mean, there's only going to be so much I can do, but obviously with the AstroTurf as well, we're not loving that. But this little tree needs to go, so we're just going to keep this nice and clean for the time being until we tackle the front yard. But for now, I'm going to give this a scrub. I'm tackling the outside of the house, and I've just scraped back all of this mud and rubbish. We really need to get some kind of system here where we find out what cables are needed for the internet and what aren't. I think that's the old internet box, but anyway, I've just scraped back all of the mud, and look at the tiles. Oh, this makes me so excited. That they are badly damaged, like I'm going to show you. obviously they've just not been taken care of, so they're, oh, that's a nice little wormy, oh dear. So yeah, they in time are going to need to be either replaced or semi-replaced, but I'll show you over here as well. It's completely broken away on this side too, which is such a shame, but I'm going to give them a scrub and try and bring them back to life just for now as a little temporary fix. But yeah, I'm very pleased because I didn't think they had any in that corner, but they do. There we are, guys. I think that is a job well done. They are scrubbed and they are looking so much better. I feel like that was really satisfying, and the rain is just starting to come, so I'm really glad I did that when I did. And the window ledges are nice and clean as well. I can definitely give these a re-scrub with a finer brush, but it's such an improvement. And I'm very, very chuffed with them indeed. We are now tackling strimming. God, it's really breezy, isn't it?
I'd like, can you let them know I'm doing it?
Hello. So we're now tackling strimming. Zara's already strimmed, but I'm just going to go over it again just to get like the little edges done. This is our strimmer. It's great. We do, I mean, if we would buy a lawn, obviously that would be good, but our grass is so uneven. It's kind of something we don't really know where to start with. So you can kind of see we've got a patch of fake grasses. This is AstroTurf. And then we've just got this patch that just doesn't really grow anything. And then we've got grass. So it's a real mix. And then obviously where the fir tree is over here, we learned from Zara's aunt that essentially nothing will ever grow around where the fir tree is because of the soil and the sap. So it's really interesting. We've got a real mix. So I'm just going to re-go over the edging, and then we're going to scrape it all up and pop it in the bin. But Maggie does prefer the grass when it's shorter, don't you? Yes!
Yes.
That was right on cue. That couldn't have been more perfectly timed, could it? Yes! Look at these bluebells as well. Look how beautiful they are. They have fully bloomed, which is gorgeous. And this is Zara's sunflower, so it actually has a little sprouting, which is very exciting.
The other one's coming up though.
It is. We've got a second little one down there. These bluebells are thriving. And then this is what Ewan gave me. So he suggested that we essentially clip this back. And then this is the new, I don't know if this is actually part of it. I think that might be a weed. But these little ones here are blooming. We don't know what they are, but we'll find out. This is Zara's little planting handiwork as well. So these are blooming beautifully as well. Ideally we pop these in the ground now because there's so much that is ready to be put in the borders. Right, the strimming is done. It's actually looking really, really good out here. That's why I think we're getting super excited to get outdoors now, because like the weather is nicer. So anyway, so these are the chairs that Ewan actually found near him. So they were going to go to the skip to be recycled, and we picked up these lovely cushion covers. Now they don't fit perfectly, they're slightly short, but they were only £4 from B&M, and they are shower proof and fade resistant as well. They've got a really nice cushioning on them. So we've got 4 of those, and we've got 4 chairs, which I'm over the moon with. So it is literally just about to start raining, which I've timed perfectly. Just going to give these a good scrub, but I'll wait until tomorrow. But yeah, I think they just need a nice little clean and maybe a stain. The neighbours actually gave us a card to a local gardener that they use, so I think we're going to give them a call on Monday and ask if they can come around to quote to see how much it would be, because we need some kind of reinforcements, because we've got massive piles of concrete onto the ground as well. So the last thing we want to do is dig that with a manual shovel. Okay, I just want to apologise for the way I've looked in this vlog, guys. The cap on backwards is just because I'm growing my hair out and it's in that in-between stage. We just woke Maggie, and now we're making dinner for us. So we are having, like, such a classic. I haven't had this in forever. Oh, need Italian seasoning. We're having spaghetti and meatballs with garlic bread, and basil. So we haven't had, how long has it been since we've had this dinner? Like, well over half a year.
We haven't had it in this house.
No, exactly. We've been here since October. It's like, it's one of our favourite meals. And when Zara suggested it the other day, did you suggest it? I think you suggested it.
Yeah, I randomly fancied it.
Spaghetti and meatballs. It's such a classic. And I mean, like, ideally we would have made this like ragu, not ragu, like the marinara sauce like earlier, because I feel like tomato sauce definitely tastes better when you like cook them over a long period of time. But we're going to do like a cheese marinara. So we've got some dried tomatoes, we've got passata with garlic a random beef tomato that needs using up, so I thought I could just chop it up as well. We're going to use lots of fresh garlic as well. We've got a can of chopped tomatoes, well, parsley I'm going to chop up. Ideally, we'd use red wine, but we don't have any, and this was left over from my parents' visit.
I'll have a glass of that.
White wine?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I think you deserve it because it's around 10 kilometres. I don't know if you mentioned.
I have around 10 kg. I have the world's worst blisters on my feet.
Guys, I'm trying not to panic, but my knee is in a pretty bad way. I ran a, supposed to be like I'm in my tapering section of the running, and my knee's pretty bad, so I think I'm going to need to see a sports physiotherapist / massage just to try and get that in there, Nick. I'll be fine. You know.
Thank you.
Cheers. Right, so I'm going to make the sauce. I mean, it's literally a marinara sauce, I would show you, but actually, you know what? Yeah, can I just say, I love that you all enjoyed the cooking video. I was really nervous to put it live because I just didn't really feel like people wanted to see those videos anymore, but your comments were amazing, so yeah, I'm going to show you how to make spaghetti meatballs. Okay, so the marinara sauce has had about half an hour, 45 minutes to fully reduce. I've just popped the meatballs back in. We've got some parsley, basil. I actually added quite a bit of sugar, well not quite a bit, like a good tablespoon of sugar because the tomatoes are quite acidic, but this is reduced down beautifully. This is so good. So today is Sunday and we've been out this morning, we've been out in the garden, we've been sat enjoying the sun. It's actually, I don't know if it's the morning, it's 2:15. We just went for a little drive around some local places where we live because we heard they had good charity shops, and I actually got a couple of things, but I didn't take my vlog camera, which is really annoying. I'll show you them in a second. And we swung by the garden centre as well to get some new plant pots. So these are the two plant pots I just picked up. They were really good value. These gorgeous stone pots. This was $5.99, which I thought was such a good price. And I think this one was, let's have a look. This was $14.99, but really lovely size, and they are fully handmade as well. I love the pots in our local garden centre. They are fantastic. These are the bits I got from the charity shop. I thought it'd be easy to just quickly try them on. So this is, I mean, it's quite long, but obviously I wouldn't wear it with these jeans. I know. It's
Whose torso is that
I
long?
don't know. Maybe it's from their tall range, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, it fits quite nicely. It's a medium. I'm not usually a medium, but let's tuck that in. It's £2.50. It's got like a nice,
Let's do the texture.
like French, it's like a waffle knit style. Anyway, that was £2. And then I got these shorts for £2.
Oh, they look great together.
Yeah, I mean, they're just, I think they're actually designed as running shorts because they've got a little zip at the back. But I'm just going to use these for when we're like painting and decorating. And then I got some basics. These are just M&S regular fit t-shirts. This was £3. I got a black one. And then I got a white one. I think M&S basics really wash well. Like, they keep the shape. They don't lose like their colour. £3 each. I think that was back on. That's all I got. On Zara, I got some books. Jojo Moyes, the 1+1, and Erin Kelly, she said this is a bestseller, so they were £1 each, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm going to do some replanting now. I'm going to get the thyme in some pots. Okay, that is all of our repotting done. So this is the thyme, and I know you're supposed to trim thyme back, but I think we're just going to give this a little bit of room just to do its thing, and then yeah, we're going to keep it in the pot. So we can obviously move around in the different conditions. And then this is just a regular shrub, but all of these new leaves, it was in desperate need of repotting, so that pot is so much bigger. Again, this is all just to get some life into it and get them to grow again. I've used this Miracle Grow that Ewan gave me, and then I also got some of this from the garden centre. This is olive tree plant feed, because the olive tree is thriving. Got loads of new leaves on it, which is amazing. And obviously when the sun comes through, it's catching the leaves beautifully. And then we just replanted this one as well. This really needed some room to grow. Let's pull that out from there as well. There we are. Again, this will all be going in the garden once we plan what we're going to be doing in here. I think the idea is that we're going to be gravelling half of it. We're going to get some quartz and then get some nice borders in so we can get the plants in the ground and then they can just do their thing. I'm going to wrap up this vlog. We just got the curtain.
What?
Just said we went and got a curtain rod. It's not a curtain rod.
No.
What is that?
A washing line pole.
That's
no,
it.
It's not. It's like a washing.
Have you got the battery in your bag for the fire alarm?
No, I left it up there. Right, I'm gonna go upstairs with Maggie. You can continue to glitch.
Okay.
Maggie, come with me. You don't want to stay around him. He doesn't know what he's doing. Come with me, Max. You're safer upstairs.
I'm gonna wrap up this vlog, guys. I'm very tired, I'm not gonna lie. I just went to Dunelm and got a washing line rod, that's what I was trying to say. And yeah, I was gonna paint the bookcases, but I'm just absolutely wiped. So yes, I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog. It's been a very productive one. I feel like we've ticked a lot off the list. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next vlog because I'm going to show you bathroom plans and the nice little vinyl glass acrylic hack that we've got for our internal windows. It's a good one. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Lots of love to you all. Take care and I'll catch you all very soon in a future video. Bye for now.